When big brother, big brother. Hey my babies, and how you all doing? Without wasting too much time, guys, because few minutes from now we're gonna start with the nomination. Yes, Biggie is gonna start with the nomination, but I want us to quickly discuss the shocker this evening and how the HOH game happened. Okay, that's the HOH challenger. So you all know that earlier on we had HOH and then Ezra emerged the winner, the one that was actually at I think it was 12 p.m. South African time, 11 a.m. Nigerian time. So Ezra won that first round, and then you all know the gist about the challenger. And now the housemates are anticipating, in fact, they are expecting that the top four are gonna, challenge the HOH Ezra for this round. So immediately later on, Biggie gathered the housemates, gave the HOH, that's Ezra, had later from Biggie, and then he read what Biggie said is top four housemates are gonna challenge the HOH Ezra for the HOH challenger. Let's see if another housemate is gonna be taking this reign out of Ezra's hand, just like they did to Uyanda the other week. Guess what? Already Ezra started, mentioning the housemates that is gonna, partake on the challenger. He's mentioned Sweet Guluva. That is the top four housemates who actually participated on the earlier head of house game, where the people they mentioned, because that is how it's supposed to be. Remember, they do not know that the viewers have the power to actually put in the four housemates they want to challenge Ezra. I discussed with you guys earlier before the HOH game, comments that see the plan, see what is going on, viewers are to, nominate housemate they want. They are going to vote, right? And I told you guys the uproar it is causing on the social space. So in Ezra and the other housemates' mind, they are feeling like, okay, the way they did it last week, just the top four contenders are going to join, and partake and, see if they can dethrone the current HOH. Now, Ezra mentioned them. They stood up, Nsuku, Mandy, Sweet Guluva. Oh, I've forgotten the person that made it 4. Can somebody please remind me? The person that made it 4. I mean, when they do not know that the public had voted for their top 4, who is going to contend with the HOH. So after they were mentioned, but I vividly still remember that of Mandy, Nsuku, and Sweet Guluva. I'm just remembering only one guy. I think, is it Uyanda? I've forgotten. But I know it's 2 boys and 2 girls. Mandy and Nsuku are the 2 ladies. Now, the head of house, after forming his, this thing, he's showing power. He mentioned you, the 4 of you are gonna, contend with me and all of that. Then they all settle down until Biggie now called them. They've not even scattered from the gathering that they were seated on. And Biggie now called them back and told them, housemates, the public were given the power to nominate 4 people to vote for 4 housemates that will contend with the HOH Ezra, this evening for the HOH title. The housemates were so surprised, they were so shocked, hands on the head, everybody mouth open, and they were like, yo, Biggie. And then the public voted in accordance. Biggie mentioned Ashley. Oh, I'm like, yo. Amongst the argument the Ashley fans have been going, they said many of Ashley fans actually voted for Uyanda. I saw that on the social space. So Ashley was mentioned first, followed by Sweet Guluva, then Nate and Uyanda. Yes, the housemates were so surprised. Now the question is, has Vicky actually given this housemate an idea of the housemates who had got fans outside? Talking about Ashley, I would come back to her because there is this gist about her and how things are turning up in the house. Let me just keep that. Let's focus on this, how everything went with the HOH game. Before we continue, after Biggie mentioned the 4 housemates the fans have chosen, that is Ashley, Sweet Guluva, Nate, and Uyanda, it has actually stayed browse on the social space. We're going to read a few of them before we continue because, guys, this evening alone is a whole lot of shocker for the housemates. So let's read some of the reaction. Colin says, Ashley, Guluva, Nate, Uyanda fans should be ready to vote. Biggie has set your faves up in front of the housemates. Like I told you guys, people felt like them be mentioned, the housemates would target them and be like, yo, these people had got fans. Lord, those 4 are not going to be mentioned tonight, trust me. Because housemates are probably thinking that they are the most popular and would mostly likely knock them down. Now, the housemates know those with fan base, and I hope they don't nominate them and play this game without involving them. Now I am scared to watch, says London. Stacy says, I will need the housemates to be sharp and put up the ones chosen by the public if they fail to challenge Ezra. Now the question is, which part do you think is gonna be safe for this housemate? Now tell me. Okay, some of us voted for Uyanda because he is actually competitive. Because people said, Ashley fans, you guys are beginning to dash Uyanda. Fans, that Uyanda is beginning to get fans from PT because of what happened last week. But this tweet puts a target on their back. Housemates will nominate them throughout the show. Imagine Ashley, Nate, Sweet Guluva, Uyanda, and two others are up, and it's a king-size eviction. Or more, a lot of thoughts on people's head. We did it. We don't care who wins HOH. We wanted to pass the message to Ashley that she has a movement out here. Now, best believe the housemates will put her up if she doesn't win, which we don't want anyway. We must quadruple whatever we did for HOH. So Ashley fans said they did that to prove a point. Ashley and Sweet Guluva have individual fan base. Underestimate them at your own peril. Yeah, I know they do have individual fan base anyway. I know that the ones who were not chosen are overthinking right now. If it was you, wouldn't you overthink it? Won't you? They have exposed my boy to be a strong contender. And to think a lot of Ashley fans also voted for Uyanda, especially on Facebook and TikTok. Team Ashley, you guys need to strategize well. You can win the show. You see, they said most of Ashley fans voted for Uyanda, because they do not want Ashley to win. But later on, majority just said, no, we need to do this. The pen went straight to KB and Mshini. Mshini doesn't have fans, it as well. Mshini fans of Mshini, they are complaining like, why is she not selected? What is going on and all of that. So guys, which part do you think is the safest for the housemate? If you're a housemate, if you're among the housemates, will you feel insecure that those people were mentioned by fans? And would you start nominating them, or you keep them safe so as not to join them standing on nomination day? What will you do? Anyways, guys, so this was how the selected housemates, Sweet Gulova, my baby girl Ashley, Uyanda, and my baby girl Nate, and then Ezra. That was how they got to the arena. Many people wanted Ezra to lose this thing. I was seeing so many comments. They don't want Ezra to retain his throne. I don't know. They say because of Sipali, they need Sipali to go home and all of that. Anyways, the game was for them to roll a dice. If your dice, as they continue rolling in their numbers, if this person roll number 2 will roll, number 3 will roll. Anybody who got more than 102 is gonna leave the game. But if you got 101 or close to 101, you're gonna contend for the next level. So whoever got more than 102 is gonna leave the game. So as they were throwing the dice, Ashley goes, I think it was 96 or thereabout, and she stopped. She doesn't want to continue throwing because if she knows she might throw a higher number that would make her leave. So she just decided to opt out immediately. It was not left with Sweet Guluva, Nate, and Uyanda, and then Ezra. Well, anyways, the long and short of it is, after every Ashley, I think it was 96, Sweet Guluva, I think it was 97 or 98, Nate got 100, and Uyanda got 105 automatically out. Then this dude Ezra got 101, the actual number Biggie wanted. So it was top 2 was for Ezra and Nate to actually go for the next stage. Guess what? Many people on the comment, they were rooting for Nate. They wanted Nate to win this. They want Ezra not to win. They want to dethrone Ezra. I've always been a fan of whoever win the HOH earlier should continue holding it, because I feel like the person deserves. So anyways, it's for them to form a what's it called? A brick up. The person who got the highest line up, is gonna be the head of house in a certain time. So guys, these two were just trying to form this break. They were trying to form it. They were trying. As they try, it will scatter. Ezra scattered many times. It will scatter. Nate will do. It will, after getting high, it will fall. This game, I think the actual way to just get it is to make sure the base is actually a bit wide. Anyways, they keep on trying. They were forming it like this, as you can see on the picture. As they continue, it will scatter. They start afresh. Continue scatter. They start afresh, like that, until they got to a certain point, and that time is almost up. Nate own scattered, and then Ezra own remained a bit, and then the buzzer sound boom. Before you know it, Ezra's own now fall too, but his own did not fall when the buzzer sound, so it was still up there. But after it was not even long, people were like, oh, Ezra, your breath fell that thing down. Ezra, why did you breathe close? I have been laughing. I said the comments I was seeing on this thing while watching is more interesting than what I was watching. They said his breath fell it down. But any which ways, after all of the long shenanigans, Biggie said, Ezra, you have retained your HOH. And then it was congratulations flying for Ezra. Ezra was so happy because he needed to see Ezra when he was, doing this competition. His mind is just focused on, I must win this. Because Sipali also know that they really need to win this one. If not, they might be standing on the chopping block. So that was how Ezra retained his throne as the HOH. So this week is different from that of last week. Last week, the head of house was dethroned, but guess what? This week, the current head of house said is not going to happen. So they were just congratulating them, hugging each other, and all of that. You guys know the vibe that comes with this thing now. Afterwards, guys, they got back to the house, the five of them, and then Uyanda ran out and said, because the housemates were anticipating to know who would win. And you guys know the housemates already have clique. Some people want this person to win, some people want that person to win. So when Uyanda said he won, the people who were truly happy for him jumped, hey, before Ezra came out last, forming Nami Duam, and then Ezra people, Sipali wanted to go gaga. He was he was so excited. Sipali wanted to, he was losing it. He was so happy. He'll be like, yes, of course, you guys already know nominating Sipali today is like wasting time, because definitely Ezra is going to save him back. So after everything, Biggie called the housemates to gather in the lounge immediately. The housemates shouted, hey, nomination, but it wasn't, So Biggie asked the head of house. He told the house that the head of house retained his throne. And then he asked the head of house, do you still want to maintain your guests? Because earlier on, the head of house had chosen Melino to be his guest. And then people were wondering, why did he choose Melino? Is he not supposed to return the favor to Sipali? We're going to be in for a shocker, blah, 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 blah. The truth is, this men in their conference, men conference, they've said that all the men need to test the bedroom. They don't need to choose lady or anything. The men need to test the bedroom. The man that I know that would take his woman there is this boy, Sweet Guluva. He was the first to win head of house. He chose Muzi Tembuzi then because his relationship with Ashley has not really gotten this close. But if he tends to win again, he's definitely taking his lady there. That one is short in. Anyways, and then that was how Ezra said yes, he's still maintaining choosing Melino, and that was it. And Biggie asked the housemates that as you were. And Biggie asked Melino. Melino said, yes, so Biggie, I want to be there. And that was how it happened today, guys. The shocker, most especially the party I'm interested in. I want to hear your own opinion. How do you think the housemates will feel seeing that certain housemates fans voted for them to contest with the current HOH for this game to win the HOH title? Do you think it will make this housemate be mentioned? That is Nate, Uyanda, Sweet Guluva, and Ashley. Do you think it will make them feel like, yes, so we've got fans on the outside, and they will feel a different kind of way? And do you also feel other housemates will feel so bad about that? Let me know what you think. Do you like this gameplay, or you feel Biggie wouldn't have let them know the public, did the voting? Just tell me what you think in the comment section. We will definitely see immediately after nominations. But for now, I said I should bring the gist apropos to your doorstep. So I have to go to see you guys after nomination. Bye-bye.